This is Ken, and we're in McMinnville, Tennessee at the Minnville Electric System with Ralph Dunn. Ralph, you're doing some very interesting smart grid things here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Okay. We have set a pilot in place a year or so ago and are trying to move forward now beyond the pilot to read our commercial accounts, automated meter infrastructure as we refer to it, to be able to collect the meter readings at a timely manner and bill our customers accurately and compare that to what we actually get the bill from TVA. A lot of folks may not understand this, and we actually purchase power from the Tennessee Valley Authority and we distribute that electricity to our customers. So we get a bill each month and then we create a bill to our customers. So we try to match those numbers together. In order to do that, we're trying to read the meters at the same time that TVA reads our meters so that we have a balancing of those numbers more accurately. Our commercial customers are our largest energy users, so we're looking at the infrastructure to be put in place for us to allow them to have the opportunity to reduce their energy cost at peak times, and TVA appears to be going to offer our customer a time of use rate. Time of use rate means that at peak times the electricity is going to cost more, at other times during that month it will cost less. So if they can reduce their energy use during the peak times and have the information readily available to them through a customer portal, if you will, then we would be able to allow the customers to save money. In turn, the McMinnville Electric System would save money.
So it really is efficiency, but it's not only energy efficiency, and I want to get back to that in a moment, but I want to talk first about just the accounting efficiency. It sounds like what you're really doing is kind of reducing that lag between when you read it from the customer's aspect and from when you get it from the TVA.
That's right. There are inherently losses in power lines, but we want to be able to make sure that we don't miscalculate where the losses truly are. So that's the efficiency part, if you will. We would like to keep that loss at the minimum, and obviously if we have the most up-to-date metering system in place, then we can, try to make sure we're reading the meters accurately and billing the customer on an accurate number as well. So that's the efficiency part, yes.
I want to talk about the technology, but first, let's talk about the deployment. How many do you have out there? Do you have it to 100% of your base? And tell us about your base. It's municipal owned, but is it just the city, or where do you serve?
Okay, great. City of McMinnville is our area we serve. There are some sections that have not been annexed that the city has served for many, many years. We have 8,000 meters. Electric meters only. We don't serve water or gas like some municipals might. We have 500 three-phase meter accounts and then 7,500 single-phase meter accounts. We have presently deployed 117, I believe was my number last week, of the large three-phase customers, and we have got another 350 of the single-phase meters deployed at this time. So we're at approximately 500 or so meters at this point.
So one of the things that is unique about it is the network architecture that you've chosen and the way you went about deploying it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the key to this. We wanted the speed. We wanted our customer to have live information for the customer portal, as I discussed a minute ago, and we felt like this Wi-Fi was a way for us to do that, and the vendor that we chose had the best product we selected from that. We also had our own fiber optic system that we use for our internal, what we call SCADA system. That's a two-way communications to our substations for information there and remote, disconnecting the power or restoring it if we had to, that type of thing. Anyway, so we utilized our existing fiber, but it was very minimal. And Ben Lomond already had fiber in place, so it only made sense for us to use something that was in place instead of us to have the capital expense to go out and extend that ourselves. So they have a really good, unique system here, top-notch, world class, if you will. We know that, we're aware of that, and we have tried using theirs just to test to see how that was going to work. And honestly, there's no difference in the two with being directly fiber or using through their process. So we really are looking at this as a partnership, if you will, in a way to maybe extend Ben Lomond's service to their customers as well as ours.
And Ben Lomond is a telephone cooperative, but that came into McMinnville as a CLEC.
That's right. And I apologize. I call him Ben Lomond for short, but yeah, Ben Lomond Communications serves the city of McMinnville now, and they have really got a good system in place. And again, I was going to elaborate a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't, but we were hoping maybe that the customer would be able to, on their caller ID, simple on the television, similar to the caller ID on their television, to be able to see how much their energy use as well. So we wondered if there was a partnering mechanism at this point or somewhere down the road where a customer could actually push a button and log in to see what his energy use is through his meter if they've got a Ben Lomond.
So that, and I want to talk a little bit about that and kind of where this is going with demand management. But first, tell us a little bit about how you're actually getting that signal back from the meter, back to back to you, your portal.
Okay. Well, we have a radio, two radios actually, in a module that is on the meter and the home. So the meter module talks to the meter, asks it what its reading is, delivers it to the module. The module then sends that information back. It's requested information from the Wi-Fi radio that's on the pole, and it gets that information back through and delivers it through Ben Lomond's system and ours to the server in the computer room in the basement.
Now, one of the things that you just touched upon is the whole idea of demand response and getting that information back to the customer so they can make decisions, or more importantly, maybe having their appliances make the decisions for them. And do you see, I think you kind of alluded to this, the idea of partnering with Ben Lomond to kind of make these things happen?
Yeah, well, again, if we have the time of use rate that I discussed earlier, and people know what the cost of electricity is, maybe there's a widget or some term that I hear used placed upon their television. It might show how much the cost of electricity is that time. The customer may have their equipment already set in a timed mechanism to know to turn it off, but they also may want to try to reduce some energy. For example, not wash their clothes at that time in hot water, maybe, or maybe not turn the dishwasher on till later in the evening. Turn the pool pump on at different times than what they normally would run it, things like that. So that's we're trying to think outside the box besides just, it's called an infrastructure. We're trying to put things in place for our customers to be able to have more ability to do those things themselves.
So is that part of your decision-making process, the fact that you had a local company and you have people who understand the technology and where it's going?
Well, it had a great deal to do with it, no doubt. Just having that background and that knowledge readily available gave us some assistance in deployment from internal and also external from their part. Yes, thank you.
So it sounds like things are bright here for the future of McMinnville and its customers.
Well, I hope so. We really are trying to work for our customers. We offer service. We are the only place the customer can get electricity is from McMinnville Electric System, but we want to offer the best service we possibly can for that.
Well, Ralph, appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.